Hey everybody, we are joining a Battle Royale playoff game between the Jersey Rebels and the Los Angeles Rams. It's 14-0 Jersey as we join this game just before halftime. Um, I, Jersey's punting here, so the damage won't go any further unless there's a turnover on the punt return. Let's look at the ball possession. Jersey got the ball first. They went 3 and out. Then they picked off the Rams quarterback, and they're going for a long field goal here from the 38-yard line. It's up and it's barely missed, and that'll give Nathan a shot here to try to cut into this lead before the half. It was a 2-6 field goal chance, even with the variable, which pushed it out an additional yard. I think Janikowski's good out to the 40, 2-6 from 33 to 40. So here we go. The Rams will try to at least get into field goal territory. Dak Prescott's their quarterback. Sideline right to Deshaun Jackson. Guest right, one man in zone. Linebacker X or short gain. And the linebacker's a 5, Vic Beasley. So it was a white die 4. Nathan likely thinking that Vic might be coming to bring some heat. Nathan's got a really great offense. Dak Prescott, who's a low turnover quarterback. The stats were based on his rookie year, were fantastic. Gronk is one-of-a-kind talent at tight end. He's playing blocking back in this set. Fly to Odell Beckham, 2-man in zone. Incomplete. Zach's great. See the interception splits on 12, which means he'll be low turnover. I would hazard to guess that turnover, that interception, that led to Jersey's first touchdown was probably on the D cards. Let's look at the defense for Jersey. They are good. So probably one of those 9 rolls on a short pass or something. Nathan goes to a blocking back halfback set. Maybe he's going to run here, try to set up an easier 4th down. Pitch out left to Latavius Murray. Offensive onside in +8 or +3 and does not make the connection. Look at Joe. He's got 2 6 cornerbacks and a 6 strong safety with a 4 free safety. So he's able to do some things. That's the New York Giants cornerback situation, or the New York Giants DBs, I should say. 4th and 7. Will Nathan go for it here with the second left? Why not? It's not going to hurt anything unless it's a pick 6. Of course, it's very difficult for him to complete it for a touchdown unless he hits Dak's guest right number. In this rule set, sometimes your offense can stagnate. You have to be patient and not get too risky, like I do. Oh, almost hit the 11, which is the long gain. But as you can see, there's not a lot of chances. 4 chances guessed right for a long pass completion. And when we say 4 chances, what are we talking about? Well, these results 2 through 12 are based on rolling 2 D6s. And of course, the chances to roll snake eyes is 1. The chances to roll, there's 2 different combinations of rolling 3, 2 on one dice, 1 on the other, or then vice versa. So as you count through the chances, there's 36 total chances on those 2 dice combinations. So when you have a chance for a completion here, this is +28. I think this was long gain. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's 4 chances guessed right. So let's see. Nathan gets the ball first here. It's going to go for a quick slant to Martellus Bennett. Recently retired Martellus Bennett. 2nd and 3. Dak's got a good flat pass card, good short pass card. His must runs are helpful. 4-3 showing blitz for the Rebels. Inside run and Murray, there's a man there, guessed wrong. Linebacker in zone 0 +4. That was Andrew Adams. Let's look at the rest of Nathan's offense. He's got the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line, Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks, the Oakland Raiders halfbacks. There's Murray's card, quietly effective. Short pass to Gronk, 3-man in zone, guessed right. Look at that card on Gronk's, +21, guessed right. Like I said, he's a unique talent. And he also has double team completions. Oh, no, he doesn't. That's surprising. He should. But look at his guessed wrong card. And even on a flat pass guessed wrong, he's got huge numbers. So 1st and 10 into Jersey territory. trailing by 2 touchdowns, off tackle draw right to Murray. Defensive tackle +3 or +7, and Tuba Rubin. So he's got the Seahawks defensive line. Tuba misses a play. Cliff Avrill's got that high pass rush. Tony McDaniels doesn't have it. Bennett's got an okay pass rush. Short pass to Gronk being double covered, but his coverage guy was moved, so it would have just been single covered by Andrew Adams. 3rd and 3. There was a sack chance there, asterisk Cliff Averill against Latavius Murray. Big 3rd down play here. I'm barring a sack, I would be surprised if Nathan didn't go for it. Inside run to Murray with a run call. And it's 4th and 4. I bet she's going to go for it. A flat pass here would have been the call, but hindsight's 20/20. No, he decides to punt it. Well, color me surprised then. It is early in the 3rd quarter, and you don't want to give them an easy shot to punt down to the 12. So he's confident he'll be able to stop him on defense and try to get the ball right back. Now, this is the first time we've seen Jersey's offense, or at least for an extended period of time. They have the Broncos receivers, Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. Their offensive line looks like the Packers' offensive line. And then you got the Kansas City blocking back tight ends. Inside run to David Johnson. There's a man there. Guessed wrong. David Johnson has a really nice card rushing and receiving. Linebacker in zone, -1 or +3. That was Blake Martinez's. So he's got the, on defense, Nathan's got the Packers linebackers to go with the Baltimore Ravens front defensive lineman. And Eric Weddle, so that's got to be the Baltimore Ravens DBs as well. Playing a 3-4 defense, pitch out right to Johnson. Guessed wrong, nobody's there. Offensive onside tackle, though, can't make the block. Brian Bulaga is only a 4 run block. And it's 3rd and 11. David Johnson's a good receiver. It's a crossing pattern to Jordan Taylor, and it hits for 10 yards. But remember, he had lost a yard on one of those defensive readings on a run with a man in zone, or that linebacker in zone. Blake Martinez made the play, and that'll force the punt. It's a good one, 57 yards by Marquette King. And it's a fumble. Oh, goodness gracious. When it rains, it pours. The Rams get hit by the fumbled punt. Jalen Richard can't handle it, and that gives the Rebels the ball inside the Rams' 20-yard line. So right away they're in the red zone. Inside run to Johnson. Picks up 6. We know that Jersey has good. The Rams have good against the run, average against the pass. Johnson's run 15 times today for 94 yards and a touchdown, so he's having a nice day. Here's a run call, no man in zone. Loses 2. Good run call there by Nathan. That would have been a 23. That would have been a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. So 3rd and 6. You want to hold him to a field goal here. Kelsey could be a viable target, even though he's covered by a 6 on a flat. That's what Nathan was thinking. But it's an inside draw to Johnson. He'll need help on the containment. Oh, there's a nose tackle, +1 or +12. And Brandon Williams makes the play, setting up the field goal try by Seabass. Kick is up. The kick is good. And it's 17-0, a 3-score lead for the Rebels. And we saw the first game a couple days ago. Maybe no, I think it was just yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And Orange County got upset by Ashland. These 2 guys were the last 2 seeds remaining, so it's not like one of them chose the other one, but I think they were the 4th and 5th seed. Pitch out left to Latavius Murray, picks up 5, guessed wrong. So it's hard to call this game an upset, but I think you'd expect these guys to be close. Let's look at their regular season contests. So Los Angeles was 9-6, and Jersey was 8-7. So a slight shift. Let's see, the Rams against Jersey, it was 2nd and 5. Let's take this play real quick. I don't want to lose it. Pitch out left to Jalen Richard. Picks up 6, and that's the first down. So where is Jersey in here? What was the opening game? So the Rams won 24-9, and that game is kind of shifted now, trailing 17-0. And that one you saw a lot of Gronk, a 48-yard touchdown pass. Flacco had a rough day, 17 of 43. First and 10 now. Oh, wait a minute. We just missed a 23-yard run. Jalen Richard off tackle as I was trying to look at the first matchup. And we just missed Mr. Jalen busting a run off tackle. It's another off tackle draw. Gronk being doubled, picks up 5. So he's hitting the edges. If that was Murray would have been in the game, that would have been a big run, I would hazard to guess. Let's look at Murray on an off tackle on Snake Eyes. Would have been a 33-yard gain. But Richard's got some nice runs himself. A little less chunky. Quick slant to Bennett. Picks up 7. That's another first down. So we're inside the 30. Jersey would love to get this into the end zone and make this a 10-point game. You know, you're just thinking get a touchdown and a stop. Crossing pattern to Deshaun Jackson. Covered by a 6, receiver reading incomplete. 2nd and 10. You got to get some points here. That's imperative. Jersey's playing it tight to the vest with his calls, not leaving a lot of open zones. Slant to Bennett. Covered by a 6, incomplete. Nathan's not getting much help on these rolls. Frank Clark is in the game. So 2 big pass rushers on the edge. Slant to Bennett. And it just keeps finding blank after blank. Dak is 7 of 23 so far for only 51 yards and 2 picks, having the worst game of his season. And the running game's only doing so much. It's not threatening Joe enough for him to call run, and that would open things up for Dak. But throwing guest right over and over again is not paying off. Three minutes to go in the third quarter. Winner joins slant to Kelsey, guessed right, but he's hitting his receiver ratings, whereas Nathan's just coming up blanks. Flacco's only thrown 19 passes, but he's completed 10 of them, and he's over 100 yards with a pick himself. Kelsey has 5 of those 10 catches for 41 yards. So Nathan's having to defend with 4 cornerbacks. It's a run call, 3-minute zone on the quarterback's card. That's plus 15. So the David Johnson's call forcing Nathan to call run, and Jersey Joe's taking advantage of that. It's Jersey Joe Golden against and his Jersey Rebels up against Nathan and his Los Angeles Rams. This is a playoff game. No sackle, +1 or +12. So that's Brandon Williams, 5 coming through. Somebody's asking about something. Oh, they're asking about a game over in Summer Sprint. 2nd and 9. Yeah, Nathan Baylor on defense. He's one of the better defensive coaches. So let's see if he can come up with a stop. Down and out. He's trying to stop that run now, but Joe's switched it up, and he's now trying to attack through the air. Incomplete as it hits the 3 on the defensive guard. So 3rd and 9. Time is winding down in the 3rd quarter. Important to get a stop here. We've seen Joe run a draw play on a previous 3rd down. Nathan not showing blitz. Will he go for the triple-double? So curl to Demarius Thomas, covered by a 4. Receiver reading, 1st down. I'm telling you, he just keeps hitting his receiver readings. Flacco is very efficient. Hasn't hit very many big plays, but he's moving the chains. 18 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And I can tell you this, as a playoff game gets further and further in, curl to Thomas again, incomplete. Puts a little pressure on you. Now we've seen that Janikowski's got some nice range on him, so he's already in field goal range, 2 through 6 anyway. 2nd and 10. We're into the 4th quarter now. One of these Packers linebackers has a good pass rush guard. That's Nick Perry, 0.6-12-3. Quick out right to Kelsey. Being doubled, but it's by a linebacker. No, it's by the free safety. Nice. True double team. And that stops the receiver reading. 3rd and 10. Does Nathan bring some pressure and try to knock him out of field goal range, or at least keep him in that 2 through 6 range instead of allowing him to get into the better range? Or does Joe look for a little flat pass to David Johnson, maybe trying to get closer, or maybe to Kelsey? It's an inside run to Johnson. It's being double covered. It's going to pick up 5. That's going to push him over the 30-yard line, or inside the 30-yard line. So here it is. Janikowski's got it. It's up and it's good. So that would have been a shank from if he hadn't have picked up the additional. And look at that. It got pushed back to the very edge, 3 yards back from the 29 to the 32, but it stayed in that 2 through 10 range. 1 less yard, and that would have been missed. It's a big play, too, because now it's a 3-score game again. Offensive onside tackle. Offensive onside in, +4, -1, loses a yard. Martellus Bennett can't make the block. He's got Beckham. He's got Jackson. But they're covered by 6s. And Gronk is covered by a 5. Crossing Bennett to Deshaun. And again, there's another receiver reading coming up short. And then you get into the 4th quarter, and you've only got 51 yards passing. You know it hasn't been a good day. But it's not over. Crossing Bennett to Deshaun. There's a completion. There's a 3rd down conversion. There's a 1st down for the Rams. 12 minutes to go in the game. Don't think you can go 3-3-5 here, Joe. And the dreaded 5. Nathan looking to hit that +75 and get well in a hurry. Only can use 3-3-5 when it's less than 5 minutes to go in the game. Guessed wrong run, only picks up 2. Prescott's not a big deep passer. Kind of need to move the ball down the field. He's going to have to start throwing more short passes. Curl to Beckham. Single covered by 6 and another miss. Just blank after blank after blank on Prescott's guard. Nathan's going to punt. That fumbled punt was a huge play, because at that point Nathan was going to get the ball back down by 2 touchdowns. Exit out. This looks like the classic game has crashed bug. For me, probably not for the participants. So here we go. Jersey's got it. 2nd and 2 as they go full house, just trying to eat some clock. It's a run call to Demaryius Thomas. There should be 4 men in zone, but it goes on the quarterback's card. And as bad as Dak Prescott has been, that's how good Joe Flacco is. Tonight, anyway. Jersey's almost in field goal range again. Pitch out right to Johnson. Guessed wrong. But there was a man in the zone. And that makes it a 0-yard gain. Pitch out left to David Johnson. And it's a 58-yard run, which will be a 36-yard touchdown run. And that, my friends, will put this game away. So we saw a couple of snake eyes rolls happen for the Rams, or at least one. But he had the wrong running back in there. And that's what's going to happen to you when you have one of those games. This looks like just like one of those games. Short pattern to Gronk, double covered, incomplete. So Joe's still being aggressive on his calls. 26-3. Jersey's announcing their presence. They'll be in the semifinals. Crossing pattern to Pierre Garçon, picks up 13. It was guessed right. It was a double cover, but it was by a linebacker, so it wasn't a true double, and the receiver reading came into play. That's Prescott's 9th completion today. The last quarterfinal game will be played tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. And that's Woodbridge against Wisconsin, I believe. Yep. Well, I think I'm going to shut it down here, guys. No, I guess we'll tough it out. Already missed the first half. 14-0 at the half. Since we've been watching, it's a 12-3 advantage for the Rebels. Add that together, it's 26-3. Look at that, math. Maths is hard. All right, now maybe I will shut it down. Let's see if they share the game ID out. They might not bother. One 18483. All right, so let's stick it out. They did share it out. So here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 38. They need a miracle. Fly to Beckham, 2-minute zone. And you're looking, like I said, you have 4 chances to hit it, guess right, plus the must-run chances, which is not, that's 5. 8 chances of must run. So, but you're not going to throwing deep into 2-man zone. You're not going to get the receiver innings. You're better off taking shots into the 3-minute zone, and that's what he's doing now. Despite it being covered by a 6, that's an 11-yard gain. It's another first down. 6:18 to go. Prescott, 10 of 30 for 87 yards. Oh, it's a sack. Cliff Averill. As Prescott was looking for Deshaun Jackson, he got matched up against Alejandro Villanueva's 4 pass block rating. Crossing pattern to Garcon, double cover. Incomplete. 3rd and 17. So Joe is being ruthless. He's had too many games where people have come back against him, most notably a couple years ago in these same Battle Royale playoffs. So he is not conceding anything. He's doubling well. He knows where Nathan's tendencies for him to go. There's a crossing pattern to Garcon. Must run, goes for 6 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 11. Got to go for it. Even Prescott's runs have been ineffective today. 3 runs for 2 yards. So he must have tried an end run and got guessed right. And another 8. Receiver reading incomplete. And it's 26-3. Jersey with a dominant performance. Moving on to the semifinals. Sneak to Flacco, picks up 3, 3rd and 4. And the time keeps winding down. Pitch out right to Johnson, guessed right, nobody's there. Picks up 2, 4th and 2. And here comes Marquette King. Try to pin him inside the 10. Now it's just playing for pride. Nathan wants to get at least a touchdown if he can. And here on a positive note, incomplete, short pass to Gronk. What a surprise. It hit another blank. Gronk's only had 1 completion, which we saw a little while ago. They hit that 21-yarder on 9. Fly to Odell Beckham, 1 man in zone. Incomplete. A receiver reading there would have been helpful. 3rd and 10. So Joe is continually double teaming Gronk, and the other receivers are guarded by 6s. Bennett, Beckham, Jackson. It's another fly to Beckham. T-Sif back in zone. Defender extra long gain, and he's only a 4, but the white die roll was only a 4. So goodness, every time Joe needs to roll, he's getting it. That could have been a nice shift in momentum, but of course, it's academic by now. Nothing's going to happen. It would have only been a 28-yard gain. 4th and 10, incomplete. Another blank. And time for Joe to take a couple of knees. Takes a knee. Nathan will probably not even call timeout. So there you go, guys. Congratulations to Joe Golden and his Jersey Rebels. Jersey Joe. Representing the Boardwalk Empire. And this will be the final play of the game. taking a knee. And it certainly has given me something to think about because I'm the top seed, and I get to choose my opponent in the next round. And Jersey Joe's got me scared. Got a strong defense, sixes all over the place, and David Johnson there, just looking like a sharp, dominating team. There you go, folks. I'm gonna shut her down. So, thanks for watching. Thanks.